Hello, welcome. This is Blockchain Bloom, the Blockchain Educator. I'm Attila Pink, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about how to make a great average in crypto. So overall, in years, you will be in positive. And basically, this is all about dollar cost averaging. And I would like to show it to you with a great example. And yeah, let's talk about that because I think it can help many people. The second thing I want to talk about is the stock market, because the stock market is also not in a good shape and it has an impact on the cryptocurrency market. And the third thing is a theory, basically between a conference and Elon Musk talk and also that the 50%, above 50%, it's the Bitcoin clean energy, so that they're mining Bitcoin with clean energy above 50%, according to a new study. And also that Tesla is going to have its Q2 earning call pretty soon. How these things could be related? Okay, I'm going to tell you in details all this in today's video. But first of all, if you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, but you would like to get the daily, fresh, crispy cryptocurrency and blockchain news, and you would like to keep yourself up to date, then the only thing you have to do, subscribe to this channel, Blockchain Bloom, subscribe, bell button, all. That's the only thing you have to do. And then you're getting the notifications as soon as a new video is out, and then you can stay up to date. And this is crucial. Also, check out the useful links under this video. There's, for instance, a free course, how to start to invest in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. Worth to check it out. And now it's time to look at the market, because we can see Bitcoin under 30,000 US dollar again. So Bitcoin is down 5.5% in the last 24 hours, and Ethereum is under 1,800, so 1,737, more than 7% down. Obviously, the winners won't be too many, equals zero, kind of dash, surprisingly, 4% up, everything else down. And then when we're looking at the losers, of course, we have more significant losers, because we have Torchain going down 20%, we have MDX 20%, NEM 17%, Polygon, Matic 18%, and many others actually going down. And you can see even in 7 days in big percentages, because recently in the last couple of days, this kind of downtrend is getting just stronger. When you're looking at, well, yesterday I talked about the first time that we actually confirmed another red weekly candle, but this time it is, the new one here, it is under the 50-day moving average. So basically we can see now, not just on the daily candlestick chart, but also on the weekly candlestick chart, we turned kind of bearish. No question of that. So definitely we are continuing this downtrend, what we're experiencing right now. Bitcoin prices at the moment, as you can see, 29,648 US dollars. So just holding itself under 30,000, but it easily can happen that we continue to go down in this mid 20,000 range, even lower. We will see how it works out, how much the buying power will be. Yes. So yeah, look, volume is continuously going down, so not too much happening. Yes. And then another interesting thing I want to show you. I found this one here. Laura Davis shared it on Twitter. And actually, it's a good thing to point out. This is the realized loss versus realized profit. And obviously, the red one is here. The gray one is the price of Bitcoin. And then look, when we had this breakdown here in May, then overall, 1.6 billion US dollar was realized in losses. So actually this was capitulation number one. And then we had a further drop here in June. Then 744 million US dollar was realized in loss. And now look, we have here another bearish period, and now of course continuously going down, and now it's 353 million per day realized in loss. So if you just think about people, these guys are actually getting down because they realize their losses. So if they would, for instance, here at this price, if they haven't pulled out Bitcoin so far, actually, why now? This is a good question. But everybody can do their own math. They're saying, look, I needed some cash on the side and I had to do something and I have to take it out. I cannot risk it. Fair enough. Because, always very important. You should just invest whatever you can afford to lose. But obviously, most of the people don't follow these rules. They just invest because they have this big hopium that, right, it's going to go up. It is the bull market. It's crazy. And yes, it's up and down. And now we in the down phase, no question. And yes, so we can see here that this is now continuously going down. And also people keep realizing it. And just think about that. This was this 30,000 level, which was little bit broken today, but we had this 28,000 something recently, which was the bottom. And if we're going to break that, I'm pretty sure there will be people that saying, okay, that's enough. Okay, that was for me enough. I'm out. And then they take out their Bitcoin at that level. On the other hand, sooner or later, it cannot go down forever. Sooner or later, it will turn and then, again, move upward. So even people who took out here, look, the price very close to where we are right now. Because, look, this is here right down, then it went up, and this is about in the same level. So it's a tiny little difference. And they didn't take out here. Look, they were just like... They just acted in the worst case, and now again doing it. Look, when you look at historically, then we can see that in last year in 2020 we had this, Black Thursday in March, and many people took out their Bitcoin, even those who hodled Bitcoin since the 2017 peak, and then it was this massive bear market, and they said, okay, last March, even that they hodled through the whole difficult period, they say, okay, I'm out. This is just too much. And what happened after the Bitcoin? It just went up. So yes, of course, nobody knows when it will change direction. But in long term, and this is just my personal opinion, obviously, so it's not financial advice. In long term, we can see historically that always a new record is broken. So the 1,000 level, dollar level Bitcoin was broken. Then the 20,000 was the new record. Then we had now the 65, roughly speaking. And who knows which one is next? When? Obviously, good question. But if it's happening in even in a couple of years, put it this way, even if it's happening in a couple of years, not in this year, I'm positive that we could have a great end of the year, but obviously it's not confirmed. This is just like personal opinion. But if you just think about it, if it's just happening next year or after next year, then what is nice growth is from today actually, more than 100% growth. And we're talking about Bitcoin. Let's see what's happening with others. For instance, like Ethereum, even bigger growth. Look at Cardano. It can even 4 times go up to reaching its all-time high, which it has reached this year, and so on and so forth. So actually, I would say this is the period when actually it's good to keep an eye on it and see how the trend works, and maybe bit by bit get some extra of not all in or something like that, nothing like that, but not financial advice, just opinion, okay? And therefore, I would like to talk about the first thing. And the first thing, it's all about dollar cost averaging. This could be a good tactic, by the way. So what is dollar cost averaging? This is basically when you buying small, or not necessarily small amount, but you buying continuously, always on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis. But for most people, it's like not a significant amount because you don't put everything in once. You have some income, for instance, monthly income or weekly, whatever. And then a part of it, you always invest in crypto. And I would like to show you how interestingly this works, because this could be, I think, and again, not financial advice, just an idea how it works, good for many people, because at the end of the day, they can have some nice gains. Okay, so look, what I have here, I just want to show you an example. So I picked a small amount. We're talking about $10 per week investing in Bitcoin, okay? So $10 every single week. Doesn't matter the price goes up, the price goes down, you're putting in your $10. I said the accumulation for 3 years and also started 3 years ago. So the whole period until today. And when you're looking at this, then you can see that if you invest for 10 years, started 3 years ago, and for 3 years, according to this example, you invest $10 per week. So in 1 year, we have 52 weeks, multiple 3 times, talking about 156 weeks altogether. All one more, yeah, okay, whatever. Then you can see that you totally invested $1,570 into Bitcoin starting 3 years ago, which is here, and you can see it here that, as we go up, maybe the numbers are too small, I don't know, but as you can see how it's growing, because this chart here includes the money you put in and also the growth of Bitcoin. So both of them together. And it shows that if we would take it out today, then you would have $5,975. And this is basically a 280% increase in 3 years. And you haven't done anything. You bought every single week, and doesn't matter if it was a bear market or a bull market, you got an average. And this is dollar cost averaging. And actually, this could work for many of you very well. For those of you who don't want to jump in, jump out, just risk it, day trade, whatever. You buy and hodl, simple as that. And look how well it paid out. And this one includes the present price drop. So if you would look at the top here, which is here, you would take out the money for some, you got a mystery call from somewhere, and you take out the money now because you are at the top. It never happens, but let's play with the idea. If you would take it out on the 16th of April, then instead of this $5,975, you would have, as you can see here, but maybe the numbers are too small, but I read it out for you, $11,372, which is more than 600% increase. And obviously you take it out here or wherever you do it, I think you got the idea, because this one that you almost have 3 times of your money, 280%, includes today's price drop as well. And actually we are right now down here. So you totally missed this period, but you started back 3 years ago. And we can actually go in longer period. Of course, you can go with 10 years, on 5 years. And you can just keep doing this, always adding a small amount. Because probably $10, for instance, per week, it won't hurt anybody. But in 3 years, when we're looking at the present, it's almost $6,000, and you have invested basically 1/4 of it. Okay, we don't know the numbers, what it will be in the future, But in this case, you shouldn't really care about we have a bear market, we have a bull market, we are right now up and down, because you're going to have a great average. So again, not financial advice. I just wanted to highlight out this kind of opportunity for those who are panicking now and just leaving the market and everything. If you believe in crypto, you should be, in my opinion, here. If you don't believe in it, why have you invested in the first place? Just because someone told you? That's a pretty bad idea. You shouldn't follow people just by saying that this and that. No, you should educate yourself, learn, and if you have a great idea about the topic you would like to invest in this case cryptocurrency, then you start to invest. And of course, you can do different kind of things. You can do, when the market is down, invest a bit more, and also always take out profit. And one part can be like this dollar cost averaging, which I showed you here. Okay, so this was one thing I wanted to talk about. Let's a little bit talk about the stock market situation. We can definitely say that crypto is correlated to the stock market, especially when it's going down. And now we have some bad news here on the stock market because, for example, Dow suffers the biggest drop of the year as Delta variant fears hit Wall Street hard. So the corona situation is still around us. It hasn't left and it's not solved. Okay, so the problem is here not solved. And for example, Dow fell 725 points on Monday, so yesterday, which was a 2.1% decrease. S&P 500 ended the day with 1.6 and Nasdaq 1.1. So this was the worst day for Dow since 943 points drop in late October last year. And it was the biggest decline this year. So what happened basically yesterday? So the Dow suffered its biggest point slide ever on March 16 to 20. So, remember last year, the Black Thursday I'm talking about, dropping 3,000 points. It was a free fall with 13% down. Investors feared that the Delta coronavirus variant could threaten the US economy recovery. Shares of companies in sector that were widely thought to be benefit most from the reopening of the economy are getting hit the hardest. And now we're talking about airline, American, so other airline companies. We're talking about cruise operator, Carnival. So all these connected to tourism. For instance, also the energy stock plummeted, and so on and so forth. And also, the stock market, we shouldn't forget about it. It's basically going up now more than 10 years. So the point is that sooner or later, we should see here a crash. When it's coming, is it coming this year? Is it coming next year? After next year? Who knows how long they can keep printing money and have this fake bubble, but sooner or later it will burst. And when that happens, it will, in my opinion, hit the crypto market very, very hard. So if something like this could happen soon, then Bitcoin will and everything else go down much, much more from the point where it is right now. Then we haven't seen anything. If the stock market kind of okay and recovers, and we on the crypto, it's always getting good news. For instance, an ETF approved in the US would be also great news, or some others. Then definitely the market can recover. But this one, the stock market problem, it's still an issue, it's still around, and it will hit sooner or later, in my opinion, the economy, and this will be hard for everybody. And right now, because it's correlated, it also had an impact on the crypto market, what happened yesterday on the stock market. Okay, and now let's move on to the next news, and the next thing is conspiracy theory, put it this way. Let's talk about it. Okay, so the story goes like this. We have Elon Musk, good old Elon Musk. I just want to, let's move on to here. Yes, so we have the B World Talk conference, whatever they put it. And we haven't seen here Elon Musk as one of the key speakers. It's added recently. And this is interesting. So basically here we have Jack Dorsey, who invited and told Elon that, okay, let's discuss now a little bit this Bitcoin thing. And yeah, so this is one thing. Elon is right now talking about this Bitcoin situation and, you know, his relationship to Bitcoin, which is a bit weird, love and hate relationship, put it this way. And then we have that Elon Musk said that Tesla will accept Bitcoin again as crypto miners use more clean energy. So they stopped accepting Bitcoin because they said Bitcoin is like dirty, using those that energy which is not clean. Tesla cannot go with this. And they said there's a confirmation of reasonable, roughly speaking, 50% clean energy usage by miners' positive future trend. Tesla will resume allowing Bitcoin transaction. So this is what Musk tweeted in the past. Now we have actually Michael Saylor has collected new statistics with his group about mining industry, and they came up with the result. I mean, how accurate it is or how not, I just cannot judge that. But this is basically news that Bitcoin Mining Council says mining is 56% sustainable. So now we have reached the level what Elon Musk was wishing. And, you know, this was all about this China FUD that many miners stopped in China. And now they had to move. And this actually cleaned Bitcoin because the majority of the miners used coal back in China. Also, interestingly, we have the Q2 earning calls for Tesla coming up. So we have this conference or talk, whatever you call it, tomorrow. It is on the 21st. Today is the 20th when I'm making this video. And then we have soon the Q2 earning call for Tesla. So put it this way. Now we have Elon wishing for 50% more clean energy used by Bitcoin. We have reached that. They're going to discuss it. And maybe he announces, okay, this was the criteria. Then we accept Bitcoin again. This can boost actually Bitcoin. And in that case, whenever the report comes out, you know, the earning call, they can show that they don't have Bitcoin in negative. They have Bitcoin in positive, because you do know that Tesla bought Bitcoin around 33,000 US dollar. That was the price back then when Elon invested $1.5 billion into Bitcoin. So what do you think about it? You can drop a comment. Would it be possible to have this? This could be opportunity. Of course, it can. The speech and also the discussion can go in a totally different direction. I just, when we're looking at these puzzles, then can we put them together? Does it make sense? Okay, interesting. Because if this happening, this can push up Bitcoin price and can actually little bit turn the market. And maybe then others will jump on board. And just how it happened in the negative way, when, again, Elon Musk tweeted, China FUD, and so on and so forth, pushed everything down, there is fear in the market. It can turn it, and then with some great news, maybe we start to move in another direction. But this is a big, big, big maybe, okay? This is just a theory. Guys, that's it for today. If you enjoyed this kind of content, smash the like button, and also subscribe to this YouTube channel, Blockchain Bloom, to get more information about the blockchain and crypto every weekday, because I'm putting these videos on YouTube every weekday. So subscribe, bell button, that's the only thing you have to do, and then you're here. Guys, have a good one. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.